The Riddles Proverbs of Quran and Hadith Muslims don't allow the Riddles Proverbs of Allah make you a sinner. You can't read the Quran and Hadith and take it as it is. There are deep meaning to some words in the Quran, and you must seek wisdom from Allah to understand them. How can Allah give commandment to Prophet Musa that you should not kill yourselves, and that same Allah will turn around and write it in his Quran that you should at setting time pick up the sword and go after infidels' idol worshippers and start killing them if they don't accept Islam? Whoever do this has committed the sin of killing and shall be punished. Allah said, if we humans refuse to worship him, he can command the mountains, the rocks, to worship him, and they will obey. Why can't that same Allah command us to forcefully worship him? He wants us to worship him with our free will, accepting him as our God. He has given us the chance to choose. So, if you go about with guns, swords, killing people, force people into Islam, you are a disbeliever. Jesus, son of Mary, explained this meaning of sword in the Bible that the words of Allah are swords. When you use this words on infidels, idol worshippers, it kills the belief in them and accept the words of Allah. So Muslims, put down your guns and swords and pick up the Quran, go to the villages and preach the words of Allah to the infidels, idol worshippers, to accept Islam and not force them into Islam. They will become fake Muslims because they were forced to do it, and Allah don't like that. Allah can command the whole world to worship him, but he wants us to worship him with our free will. It is written in the Quran, Satan said to the lost Christians that I called you, and with your free will you answer to my call. But today I cannot save you, neither can you save me. So do not blame me, blame yourselves who answered to my calling. He will say this to the Christians on Judgment Day. Even Satan wants you to serve him with your free will. The sword means preaching the words of Allah to the people to accept Islam, not forcing them with guns and swords, killing those who refuse Islam. It's a sin. Seek wisdom from Allah when you read the Quran to understand the riddle and proverb in the Quran for you not to commit any sin with the words of Allah. Prophet Muhammad said that this Islam you see will become as filthy as a swine. Who would dirty Islam? The same people claiming as Muslims will dirty Islam with their own understanding of the Quran and Hadith and argue that what they are doing is right. It's from the Quran and Hadith. Even Satan quotes religious books to deceive people. I want you to know that Satan is always after people who try to be righteous. And Satan said, he will deal with us. Allah won't find any of us righteous. Do you think that Satan is asleep? You are a Muslim, you have money that can help orphans and widows, and Allah will bless you for helping them. You said, no, I will use my money and buy guns and swords to force people into Islam, and you say to yourself, this is Sunnah. You are making Islam dirty because nobody liked by force worshiping, not even Allah. He would have forced us to worship him at his command. But no, we must choose heaven or hellfire willingly, not by force. So Muslims, pray and seek wisdom to understand the riddle and proverb of the Quran and Hadith, or you might end up as a disbeliever. There's a verse in the Quran for Jews and Christians, and Allah gave those verses to Prophet Muhammad to warn the Jewish and Christians. He did not give him those verses and command him to go and kill them because they have gone wayward. The Jewish people did the same thing at time of Jesus. There was a prophecy that talks about the swords. They did not understand it. They took it as it was written and they acted on it. When they saw Jesus, they told Jesus that the swords are ready and they are ready to fight the Romans. And Jesus said, those that fight by the sword die by the sword. So, my Muslims, you are making the same mistakes. Prophet Muhammad never ambush anyone except you attack him and for him to defend himself. Then he wore even to that. There's an instruction to every war he wore. So don't misinterpret the Quran and Hadith to condemn anyone good or bad. We all are one human under one Allah. and He alone knows how to judge us all.